Chris Haynes, kind enough to join us. He covers the Warriors primarily these days. He was former Cavs beat writer for the Cleveland Plain Dealer. The ESPN NBA reporter joins us. Chris, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
DP, thanks for having me. 6'2", 220.
All right, where do you want to start? You want to start with the drama in Cleveland, and how bad is this going to get?
All right, let's go there.
Okay.
I think I definitely think I think what it boils down to in Cleveland is that it's all about personnel right now, and I know people within our organization and players particularly feel that they didn't get the right compensation for trading Kyrie Irving. And I think most people feel that they didn't have to go and make that move. It was kind of a rush and panic decision based off of Kyrie wanting out. And this is the roster that they're stuck with because of that. And I think a lot of people knew initially that when D Wade came aboard, Isaiah, Derrick Rose, you had a bunch of just a talent that on paper it looked like it just wasn't going to blend well. They had their stretches, but obviously I think we're seeing the product of that roster just not being cohesive enough to get it done. And now you got finger pointing coming from everywhere. And it's a mess. It's more of a mess than I've experienced when I was covering that team from day to day. And it's going to be really difficult for them to get out of this one.
But, Chris, I'm trying to understand LeBron's role because LeBron has a roster that he wanted here, right? He brought in his friends. He got guys who got max deals to be able to stay. D. Wade's there. He reached out to Kevin Love to bring him in. Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith got paid. Korver comes in. And now, I don't know if he wanted Kyrie out of town, but I feel like if he wanted Kyrie to stay, that he could have said, hey, I'll convince him and turn more of the team over to him. I don't know his role in all of this. It just feels like now all of a sudden Kevin Love's getting called out because he maybe wasn't sick enough to leave the building over the weekend in the loss to Oklahoma City. Like, this is really petty stuff going on right now.
Well, D. Patrick, what have you been experiencing in covering LeBron over the last 3 or 4 years? Even beyond that, it's always been petty.
But why does it become petty? Is it him?
Well, a lot of it is LeBron. He is petty. We're talking about LeBron who goes out on tweets and tweets at players and not directly calling them out, but everybody, knows who he's talking about and who he's referring to. So this is something that, everybody's accustomed to. I think what's happening is that there's finger pointing at master, in a massive rate. There's so many different personalities on this team now where it's not just LeBron. Look, yes, LeBron has a lot to do with why they're in this position. Personnel, you can't dispute that at all. But, at the end of the day, I know we want to call LeBron the GM and the owner, but, he doesn't have to make the calls. He doesn't have to, call the shots. And particularly with LeBron being in his final year and hasn't given ownership or management any indication of what he's going to do beyond the season, it's up to management and ownership to do what's best for the franchise. And look, and I don't know if they think that LeBron is not going to leave or if he's going to stay, but they have a job to protect their team. And as of right now, it seems like they've tried to cater to LeBron as much as possible. But
would you trade that pick? Would you try to get DeAndre Jordan? Getting George Hill is a nice.
Look, I wouldn't.
You would not.
I wouldn't, DP, because I still don't think DeAndre Jordan puts them in a conversation to be competitive with the Golden State Warriors. I don't. And then you bring DeAndre Jordan. Say, look, check this out. Bringing DeAndre Jordan is not going to make up LeBron James's mind on if he's going to return. And win or lose. I just don't think so. And so you have to wait. If we're talking about bringing in, if they were bringing in D Wade 5 years ago, then okay, yeah, maybe after LeBron says, okay, they're doing all they can to make this team competitive. But I don't think that I don't think that shifts the tide at all. So I don't think you do that. Look, LeBron has proven that he's willing to do something that everybody feels is unnecessary. He's willing to do whatever he thinks makes him happy, regardless of what people think. And I think it would be very foolish and very unwise for them to trade that pick, knowing what happened in history's past.
Yeah, it just feels like if they don't make a move, then what are they saying about LeBron or to LeBron? And if they do make a move, what are they saying about LeBron or to LeBron?
Look, I think the Cavaliers really have to think. Look, we have.
Do you think he'll be
LeBron.
gone, Chris? Do you think LeBron is? Where is LeBron next year?
I don't think he's in Cleveland.
Where is he?
I don't. I don't think L.A. is the number one option like most people have been thinking. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Houston be a player.
Yeah.
I think possibly San Antonio could make something happen to where they can get into the mix. But I can't see him going. I can't see him returning to Cleveland. And if I feel that way, but DP, if I feel that way, management ownership should have some type of sense, intel about that. And that's why I don't think they should go all in and try to trade that first-round pick. It's just too risky, and you put the franchise in jeopardy moving forward.
You cover the Warriors. We're talking to Chris Haynes, ESPN NBA reporter. You cover the Warriors primarily these days. Are they concerned? Are they curious what's going on with Cleveland? Do they even care about all of this?
Hell no. Hell no. Look, it's funny because when I was covering the Cavs, and it was fun. Look, it is a blast covering the Cavs. LeBron, they always, LeBron keeps you on your toes, man. But, we used to go into we would go into the locker room. This is when the Warriors were, going into their surge, reaching pinnacle, reaching the pinnacle status. And after the games, the Cavaliers would have the Warriors games on in the locker room. And then, this continued on. This continued on for a while. And then words started getting out. I guess we started writing about it or talking about it. And then sooner or later, when we go in, the TV wouldn't be on at all, or the TV would be on some obscure game like the Utah Jazz or something like that. And I'll go and ask one of the players like, "Hey, what y'all watching the Jazz for?" And one of them will be like, "Yeah, we just turned it before y'all came in here." So I mean, the Warriors don't do anything like that. They're like the Warriors, like everybody's trying to make a big deal about the Rockets now being the favorites to give them a fight in the postseason. The Golden State Warriors dismissing that notion. No, they have no worries at all. That's the difference, man. They just go about things a little bit differently. The Warriors' mindset is like, hey, if we meet, we'll see it again. But no, they're not overly concerned or looking over or seeing what's going on. I think they know what's going on. One player told me, look, Kyrie ain't over there. That's the difference. So
they're not afraid.
There you go. Not at all.
Who is the leak here? How do you have this dress? Kevin Love gets called out, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's being reported by Woj on the mothership. Like, how does this stuff get from there to there that quickly?
Well,
who is the source, Chris? Chris, who is the source?
Hey, DP, it could be numerous people. Look, you got what, about 15, 16 people who were in that meeting. About 15. Look, let me just break
Is LeBron the source, Chris? Is LeBron the source?
DP, no, I don't know that. But DP, let me say this. You got about 15, 16 people in that meeting, and there's about 13 different people represent all those people. And so it's not, there's a lot of people that it could have been. And so I don't know, but everything leaks from Cleveland, so I can't say it always comes from LeBron.
Yeah, but we've changed the roster, though, Chris. There's only a couple of guys that have stayed there, Chris. Come on, you're not covering LeBron anymore. He can't get you.
I don't think it was LeBron in this case, but look, man, there's a report that Isaiah Thomas, was was the main one calling out Kevin Love. It's just like it can come from anywhere, DP.
All right. Hey, good to talk to you, Chris. Safe travels. Thanks for joining us.
Anytime, my guy. You take care.
All right, that's Chris Haynes, ESPN NBA reporter.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.